Hey, what's up guys? No Talent Gamer here. I have got a movie review for you today. This one is an old movie. Okay, this is a movie that I told my friends at work about it. I've only showed them the trailer for the movie. I don't know if anybody have watched it yet, but I actually took the time to watch the movie. I heard about this movie from another podcast. I knew nothing of this movie because it came out in 2000, I want to say 2006. And I graduated high school in 2003. But I honestly don't remember this movie coming out. I'm pretty sure it was 2003. And yeah, so this movie here is called, well, before I get to the name of the movie, let's talk about the cast. Okay, this is a great cast. Do not get me wrong. Very early on in their careers, we have Kate Beckinsale, okay, from like the Underworld movies. We got Peter Dinklage from Game of Thrones. Matthew McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey and Kate Beckinsale are the main characters to begin with. Then Gary, and the final actor, is Gary Oldman. Gary Oldman. Wow, I don't know why I said it Oldman. Gary Oldman. Okay, yes, Gary Oldman from, he was Commissioner Gordon in the Dark Knight movies with Christian Bale. Man has won awards, okay? This is a top tier actor. Actually, I think most of them, I don't know if Matthew McConaughey has won an award. Actually, I think he probably has won an award. But yeah, and obviously Peter Dinklage now. This was back when Peter Dinklage this was before Game of Thrones, so he was kind of nobody really knew about him. Knew of him. So with that in mind, keep that cast in mind. Okay, so already you're thinking, wow, this is gonna be a great movie. We got a great cast. I cannot wait. Love Matthew McConaughey. So this movie is called Tiptoes. All right. So here is what I will explain for the movie. Tiptoes is Matthew McConaughey and Kate Beckinsale are I can't remember their names in the movie, but they are in love. They're getting ready to get married. They've been dating, for so many years already. And you're like, all right, that's cool, It's got a good story. And then in the story, it's Kate Beckinsale, Matthew McConaughey. They're together, getting ready to get married, whatever. Matthew McConaughey here's where we get into the political correctness of things. That's what this movie is pretty much about, the political correctness and stuff like that. This deals with little people, dwarves. This is a movie about pretty much about them. Matthew McConaughey is the only non-dwarf, non-little person in his entire family. His parents are dwarves. His brother's a dwarf. Everybody in his family is a dwarf. And where it gets kind of crazy in the movie is they've been dating, for 3 years at this time. They've been dating for 3 years, okay? And Matthew McConaughey has never told Kate Beckinsale one time that his entire family is little people and dwarves. Yeah, he never says that, which is kind of a thing I figure you would probably mention to the person you're probably going to marry. That, hey, my family is little people, they're dwarves. But no, there's no mention of it. So he doesn't warn Kate Beckinsale about that. So he finally has the parents meet the parents, his parents meet her parents. And like I said, his parents are dwarves as well, okay? So they finally meet up, and then that's when Kate Beckinsale realizes that his parents are dwarves. And part of the political incorrectness or political correctness that they get into the movie, when she's trying to figure out what, once she figures out that they're dwarves, she obviously uses the term midget, which, that's definitely not a good way to say it. And it's crazy because she says this to Matthew McConaughey, and Matthew McConaughey instead says, they're not, that's not what you call them. You call them dwarves. They're dwarves, essentially, is what he tells her. So starting out in the movie, you get Matthew McConaughey, no, you can't say, don't say the word, midget. They're little people. They're dwarves. Yeah, so that's part of the thing. And that's the beginning of the movie. Once I get to the end, I'll explain how that kind of ties into everything. She then meets his brother. And this is the crazy thing, okay? She meets the brother. And the brother is none other than Gary Oldman. Yes, normal size Gary Oldman. He's not a dwarf. He's not a little person. He's a normal sized person. But in the movie, here's where it gets crazy. In the movie, instead of getting a actual dwarf to play his brother, i.e. Peter Dinklage is in the movie, he could have been Matthew McConaughey's brother. They get Gary Oldman, and you think, all right, well, Gary Oldman's a normal sized person. How are they gonna solve that? What are they gonna do to solve that? And you're like, what? And then all of a sudden they pan the camera down on Gary Oldman. And this is 2003, 2002, mind you, okay? Even back then, you still didn't use the term, no derogatory term like midget and stuff like that. This is all that back then. So even back then, it was, taboo. We'll say taboo for whatever. And they pan the camera down, and this is a real movie, people. I kid you not. They put Gary Oldman on his knees and put his knees on his shoes to make him look like he is a dwarf. What? Ooh, why would we do that? His legs are in his jeans. The way they did it, his legs are taped up. So he's literally on his knees, and they give him a cane to make him, give him a reason to walk funny. It's because the man's on his knees. What were the directors, writers thinking? What were you thinking? Why would you do that? Why would you put him on his knees? You have his family consists of like 20 other dwarves that they got for the movie, okay? 20 other dwarves that they got for the movie to play his family. You couldn't find any of those people to do it? None of those people could be his brother? I have no idea that this movie even existed. And I want you guys to just, the trailer, I made a clip for you guys. And I will put that trailer in this video. I'll do some editing, whatever. But I want you guys to see the trailer for this, okay? And I even took some pictures, or had some pictures from the movie, okay? Let's talk about, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. That's the funny part. The funny part is the trailer. We'll get to that. That's the part you guys are going to lose it, okay? It's the best part. Anywho, okay, let's get back to some of the other things that they do. So sometimes they will show Gary Oldman, they'll zoom out, and it'll be just a view from kind of like behind, and he walks whatever, goes wherever, and they just use a regular dwarf, and you can tell that it's not Gary Oldman, obviously, because they got an actual dwarf that they got to actually walk away in the scenes when the camera's filming him from behind. They zoom out, and you can clearly tell that they're putting a regular little person in there to do those parts. So there's another reason why it's like, why didn't you guys just use a normal little person for the movie? Why didn't you do that? That's one. I got another thing that they did. This was even crazier, okay? They have some scenes where he's talking to Kate Beckinsale, and in a couch, mind you, okay? Kate Beckinsale is just sitting there on the couch. They have Gary Oldman sitting sideways, and you can clearly tell they made a cutout for him to just show his waist and his arms. To just show that, they made a cutout in the couch so he could get in there and put fake legs out. And you can clearly tell the legs are fake. They don't move. It's why it's madness. Why would you do that? I'll put a picture up so you guys can see it. It's crazy. I have no idea why. I'm no idea. I don't know why they did that. But yeah, it's that bad. So, very beginning of the movie, he's riding along, yes, on a motorcycle with Peter Dinklage. Peter Dinklage, they're on trikes, essentially. Trike motorcycles. And they have, when they show, Peter Dinklage, he's just his normal self on the trike. These people built a trike specifically for Gary Oldman for these scenes, and they put a gate. I can't even describe it. It's like a metal bar, kind of looks like a chariot, essentially. Okay, on this trike. And you can clearly tell he's just sitting down on the trike. Yeah, they disguised it that way. It's just like, what? Why wouldn't you? That's just funny within itself. You can clearly tell the dude's sitting down. It's obvious. So it's almost like, why wouldn't you put maybe the same kind of concept on the trike around Peter Dinklage. That way it kind of looks like they're both kind of riding, relatively the same style of trike. I don't understand why they didn't do that. No, they just had Peter Dinklage as himself on the riding the trike. And then there's Gary Oldman with the metal gate around protecting him. So you can't see that this dude is just sitting down. This movie it's insane that they even made it, and why Gary Oldman even signed up for it. Why? I have no idea. They could have got any actor, any little person actor to play Matthew McConaughey's brother. Instead, they went with Gary Oldman and put him on his knees. It's like, what? Why? It still baffles me. So I had to watch the movie, because I watched the trailer, and I want you guys to see the trailer. I'll put a clip up of that, and I'll show you guys that right now.
Plus and Langley Productions proudly present command performances from Kate Beckinsale, Matthew McConaughey, Patricia Arquette, and in the role of a lifetime, Gary Oldman.
Yeah. How about that? Holy cow. We're said, the narrator says, in command performances from Kate Beckinsale, Matthew McConaughey, Patricia Arquette. We're talking command performances. But in the performance, in the role of a lifetime, Gary Oldman. It's like, what? Just, if you guys don't lose it on that trailer, I don't know what will make you laugh. The first time I saw that trailer and heard about this movie and just the concept of the stuff that I talked to you guys about today, the first time I heard about it, I was like, I gotta watch this trailer. I have to watch it. I absolutely lost it in I've seen it so many times now. It's still funny. It's still very funny. But if you guys could just see me the first time that I watched it, the first time I watched the trailer, holy cow. And in the role of a lifetime. It's like, why? Oh my God. It's insane. It's insane. I had to do a review on it. And not only is the movie insane with the way they did things, but the movie just, as they wrote it, it was not good either. It was not good. It was terrible. So essentially, once, they get married, Matthew McConaughey and Kate Beckinsale get married, she gets pregnant. And before the baby is born, whatever, they do Kate Beckinsale now knows that there's a chance that it will be there's a 50-50 chance it'll be a little person or just a normal size. So they know about that. They know there's a chance for that, okay? And bear in mind, in the beginning of the movie where Matthew McConaughey is, like, no, you can't, don't use the word midget. Don't say that. No, they're called little people, okay? They're called little people. That's the image that he shows, whatever, Matthew McConaughey, okay? So that's him at the beginning of the movie. His whole family is dwarves. He spends time with them. He's doing all the normal stuff, going to other weddings, dancing, parties, and all this stuff. And it turns out when they have the sonar, that's when they realize that it's not going to be a normal size. It's going to be a dwarf. And obviously Matthew McConaughey is going to be all, totally fine with that, right? He's over here telling him the correct words to use and all that stuff. So obviously he's going to be fine, right? Shocker. No, he is not fine with it. That's how bad the writing is. It's like, how can you have this guy be so positive, body positive and all this stuff, and then once he realizes that, knowing that there's a 50-50 chance that it could be a dwarf or a normal-sized person, it's like, why would you write it like the writing, it just doesn't make any sense. It's just not, it doesn't make any sense. And that being said, so obviously, Matthew McConaughey, instead of staying with the baby, he leaves her. He leaves her after she had the baby. He ends up leaving her. And you're like, what? What? So now Kate Beckinsale, has the baby, and she doesn't have her apartment anymore. Instead, she moves in with who other than Matthew McConaughey's brother, Gary Oldman. Yeah. So she moves in with him to have the baby once Matthew McConaughey leaves. And they show, like a couple, maybe like a year or something like that down the road, Matthew McConaughey comes, whatever, and that's when you figure out that they're done, whatever. And so now Gary Oldman and Kate Beckinsale get together. And you're like, okay, well, Gary Oldman's going to, help raise this kid, which is a great thing. So then, this is the end of the movie, bear in mind. After Matthew McConaughey leaves, okay? After Matthew McConaughey leaves, Kate Beckinsale and Gary Oldman, I can't remember if it's on that exact same day or if they, do a couple days later, whatever, but they're out having a picnic, I guess. It's dark outside, the moon, the stars, and all that stuff. And he pretty much confirms that he's going to help, raise the kid. And they kiss, and it goes to black. That's the end of the movie. What are they doing? What just happened? What? It's just going to end? Yeah, I kid you not. It just ends. Just like that. Just ends. Very, very crazy movie, but I wanted to share it with you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed the trailer for the movie as much as I did, because it was hilarious. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I really, really loved it. I loved the trailer. I thought it was hilarious. But when I actually spent, it's actually streaming free on Prime. So if you want to take a chance and watch it and see exactly what I'm talking about, you can watch it. That's what I did. I watched the movie, and like I said, it's short. It's only like an hour and a half. And then after the movie's over, that's it. Yeah, it just ends with them kissing, and then it goes to black, and you're like, oh, so I guess Matthew McConaughey's never coming back. Okay, whatever. Yeah, so just ends. But like I said, if you want to watch it, it is on Amazon. It's on Prime. So if you want to watch it, you can. Feel free, or not waste your time and just enjoy the trailer, because the trailer just streams everything. It screams everything. The trailer's just definitely worth it just to watch the trailer. And I hope you guys liked it as much as I did, the trailer. But yeah, it was insane in this time. And then why wouldn't this entire time you just get a little person to play the brother? It just doesn't make any sense. And other actors signed on to do this. It's crazy. But I haven't watched any interviews with Gary Oldman, but I think there's some interviews on YouTube with Gary Oldman talking about Tiptoes. I haven't watched any of those yet. I may watch those. We'll see. But just wanted you guys to check out this trailer. Yeah, and we will leave it at that. Hope you had as much fun as I did. I want to thank you guys for watching all the way through. This is a relatively long video. I'm going to have to do some editing to make everything look good. So yeah, we'll leave it at that. Thank you guys very much. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe down below. If you've seen the movie, let me know. Or comment later if you take the time to go watch the movie. Comment down below what you thought and just how crazy it is. All right, thank you guys for watching. Till then, catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one. Thank you for watching.